My friends for another little chat. Now we're going back to 1977, back in the UK, and round about that time we had the punk era starting and that, and this band was part of the punk wave and that, but they continued, and we're going to have a look at one of their albums. So this album might be, it wouldn't be political correctness in this day and age, but back then you didn't have any of all that bull, all that political correctness. They just came out, and this is the album we are looking at, and it's the Stranglers, and No More Heroes. And on the back there is all four of the members and that. And if I show you the album, the sleeve for the album, the record cover and that, and there's the rats and that. So this was recorded completed in 1977 for RCA Records, United Artists Records Limited. Sleeve was designed by Paul Harris. Photos was Trevor Rogers. The Stranglers are an album artist. So this is a look at their album. What their songs on this album wouldn't be political correctness. So I will read out them, but I won't say the first one. It's Feel Like a WAG. That is track 1. Second one is Bitching. Third one is Dead Winger. Dragonham Day. Bring on the Nibbles. Something Better Change. Side 2 is No More Heroes. Peanuts in the Big Shade. Burn Up the Time. English Town and School Mama. So at the time we had the explosion of punk rock, and the Stranglers was part of the punk rock era. They did move on to other things and that, but this was when they were so, rebellious, and as you could see. So track 1, I'll give that an 8.5 because I quite like that, and it is outrageous. But today people will criticise it and ban it and that. This album wouldn't get played completely with some of the songs. Bitching is 7.5. Dead Winger is a 7.5. Dragon is a 6.5. Bring on the Nibbles, that's got to be 8. Something Better Change, got to be a 9 because I like that. No More Heroes on side 2 is a 9 again. And Peanuts in the Big Shite, it's a 7.5. Burn It Up, 8.5. English Town, 8. School Mama, 8.5. And overall, I give this an 8 overall. But I do like it because at the time it was rebellious and that. And in the UK, you had the punk era, and you had bands like the Stranglers who was rebellious in their songs and that. And even the picture of them on stage, you can see their music was so rebellious against the way that the country was, and the people in charge and that. You had other bands like that. Another band was the Sex Pistols, and they was part of the punk era. The punk era didn't last very long, but it made a big impact on the music industry. So this is one of the bands, and their album called No More Heroes. And it's if you want to listen to the Stranglers, you'll probably find them on the usual streaming channels. I don't know if they would play this album because in today's era, the tracks are not political correctness because of these wimps and that. But at the time, they was rebellious and they were standing up for their rights, and the music back then was so anti against the establishment. And if you enjoy this little chat about the Stranglers and their album called No More Heroes from 1977. This was the year where everything exploded with the music and the punk era and that. And I rate this album very good because I grew up in that era and that, and I enjoyed the Stranglers, but they did mellow over time. But I don't think there's many left alive because I think we've lost some of them. But I'm not sure. But I'll probably get comments from people who are followers of the Stranglers. So this is my look of the Stranglers album, No More Heroes. And I hope you enjoy this little chat about this album and my ratings. This is just my personal ratings. You might have your own, opinions about it. If you want to put comments, you're more than welcome. It'd be interesting to see what people say about it and how if they lived through that part of the 70s and that and brought up on that sort of music. So for now, I hope you are safe and well. Take care of your friends, your loved ones, your colleagues, and look after yourselves. And whenever you watch this morning, noon or night, I hope you are safe and well, and I'll catch you on the flip side for more interesting things. So I'll say bye for now.